Breaking news from the Polar Bear radio station: with the passing of Don Young, the state of Alaska is going to be holding a special election on August 16, 2022.
Ring ring. Ring ring ring. Ugh, not this annoying bleep 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 from high school calling me again, about to straight up block her number. Hi, Tiffany. Can you help me understand all this special election stuff? It's confusing to me, SMH. Yes, LOL, we are having a special election for the passing of Don Young, who is the congressman for Alaska for the past 49 years. He convincingly won the nomination in almost all of those elections, but this year the state is implementing a ranked voting system that could drastically impact the race.
What is ranked choice voting?
I was hoping you would ask. Even though I can't find a job because I didn't go to law school and I am $50,000 in debt from my political science degree, at least I know what ranked choice voting is. Right? In a ranked choice voting system, voters rank candidates in order of preference on their ballots. A candidate is declared the winner if he or she receives a majority of first choice votes. If no candidate receives a majority of first preference votes, the candidate who received the fewest first preference votes is eliminated, then their votes are distributed to the candidate who received the second place votes from those ballots, and so on.
That makes sense. I always wanted to vote for the Green Party, but I didn't want to waste my vote, so this time I can actually vote the way I want. Who is even running?
Yeah, this election is going to be very interesting. We haven't had a Democratic representative in almost 50 years, so the only possible way to get a Democrat elected is from the RCV system. Mary Peltola, Sarah Palin, and Nicholas Bejich are the top frontrunners in the race. Mary Peltola is a very moderate Democrat in the race. Is elected, she would be the first Alaskan native to be elected to the congressional seat and the first woman to serve. She is running on the platform of fish, family, and freedom, but in my opinion, she doesn't really stand a chance in this race against GOP candidates, though she does have great fundraising abilities. Sarah Palin is very well known in Alaska but is also very controversial. She was the former governor of Alaska from 2006 to 2009 and also has the national spotlight from being the nominee for vice president in the 2008 election with John McCain. Sarah Palin has extreme views, such as being against gay marriage and against abortion in all instances. Nick Bejich is more of a moderate Republican in this race. He doesn't have as much name recognition as the other candidates, but his supporters can play a very important role in this election. Who will they connect more with, Palin or Peltola?
Wow, did not expect the result of the special election, did you?
No, I did not. See how the ranked choice voting impacted the election. Mary Peltola was also able to raise more than double both her opponents. Sarah was winning at first, Mary was in second, and Nick was in third. But as I said, it was really important to see how Nick's supporters viewed the issues, and their views resigned more with Mary's than Palin's. Mary received over 15,000 of Nick's votes after he was eliminated, resulting in Mary being able to pull ahead of Palin. Now Mary Peltola will only have a 4-month gap before the general election, and the candidates are fighting it out for the full 2-year term.
Hi, Mom. When we get done fishing, can you help me fill out my ballot?
Of course, I will. This is a really important year for our state and the country. Though we only have one congressional seat at the national level and one Senate seat at the national level, we also have representatives at the state level. This is an important election because it is the first time we have our new redistricting maps on the state level. Our beautiful state has a process where district lines are drawn by a 5-person independent commission. Each member of the commission is appointed by members of the government. The governor picks 2 members, the Senate and House Majority Lead pick 1, and the Chief Justice of the Alaskan Supreme Court picks 1 as well.
Wait. If members with political affiliations are choosing members of the commission, how is it an independent commission?
Well, you are right. there has been a lot of backlash and opposition to the new maps. Many members of the Democratic Party have challenged the new maps and the way they have gerrymandered in favor of the Republican Party, and challenged it all the way to the Alaskan Supreme Court. The court upheld most of the districts, but made the board redraw one House seat and one Senate seat.
Was one of them our district?
No, it wasn't. The House district was District 36, which was part of Fairbanks, and the Senate district was one district on the east side of Anchorage. Another really important race we have is for the Senate. The Senate race is supposed to be a really close race between two Republican candidates, Kelly Thabaka and Lisa Murkowski. Lisa Murkowski is a more moderate Republican and has been serving as the Senator of Alaska since 2002, but she was not elected to the position in 2002. She was appointed by her father after he decided to run and would become the governor of Alaska, which caused a lot of controversies. Before she was appointed by her father, she was a state house member. Kelly Thabaka is also a Republican but is more right than Lisa. She has the endorsement of Donald Trump and has been attacking Lisa's voting record, such as voting to keep the Affordable Care Act in 2017, as well as voting to confirm Biden's Supreme Court nomination for Justice Jackson and voting against the confirmation of Trump's Supreme Court nomination Justice Kavanaugh, and most important, was the only Senate Republican to vote to convict Trump in his impeachment trial, following the January 6 riots trying to sway moderate Republican voters that Murkowski is. 2 left for Alaska.
Do both candidates support abortion rights? That's a critical issue for me when voting.
Lisa Murkowski is pro-choice to an extent, whereas Kelly Thabaka is against abortion in almost all instances.
I have been reading a lot about Pat Kespro. I really like her and the platform she's running on, and though I know it's going to be really hard for her to win, I think that ranked choice will give me the ability to vote for her and still be able to have my vote for Lisa count still as well when the votes for second choice preferences are redistributed.
I totally agree. Kespro is running as a very left-leaning candidate than most we have seen here. She is running for gun control, which is very uncommon given the political landscape here. But I think that her voters are going to play a huge role in the race after their votes are redistributed.
Thank you, everyone, for the nomination to the U.S. House. It is the honor of my life to represent Alaska, a place my elders and ancestors have called home for thousands of years, where to this day many people in my community carry forward our traditions of hunting and fishing. I am humbled and deeply honored to be the first Alaska Native to be elected to this body, and the first woman to hold Alaska's House seat. But to be clear, I am here to represent all Alaskans. I will work every day to make all Alaskans proud that they have entrusted me to carry their voices here. I am excited to work with all of you, to explain and take action to address Alaskans' needs, just as you did with my predecessor, the Congressman for all Alaska, Don Young.
I am honored that Alaskans, of all regions, backgrounds, and party affiliations, have once again granted me their confidence to continue working with them and on their behalf in the U.S. Senate. I look forward to continuing the important work ahead of us. I would like to thank Mitch McConnell and the elite within the Republican Party for the $6 million, as well as another thank you to my father for appointing me to this position to kickstart my political career starting in 2002. Another huge thank you to the supporters of Pat Kespro. With you all having to choose the lesser of the two evils, and me being the less of the two evils, I was able to win. Let's get to work, Alaskans.
Well, it looks like, after all, the election mainly came down to ranked choice voting. Many people were able to win that might not have been in previous years. Not only did our state vote for the more moderate candidates, but there was also a lot of bipartisanship following the election. 17 of the 20 state Senate members created a bipartisan majority coalition to work for us, not for individual party goals.
Yeah, I think our state is on a great track due to the high levels of bipartisanship that aren't really seen in any other state. I also think the Senate election was a big lesson for Republicans moving into the 2024 election. In Alaska and even across the country, we saw the move away from Trumpism and people voting for the more moderate candidates. Overall, I think this election cycle was really influenced by ranked choice voting.